Okay, welcome, whoever is going to listen. I'm reading more Caitanya Caritamrta. Chapter 13, The Advent of Lord Caitanya Mahāprabhu. Sa Anamam Vishnupadaya Krishna Pristaya Budale Shrimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namane Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharane Nirvisesha Sunyavadi Paschachade Satarane. Vandeham Shri Guru Shiyuta Padakamalam Shri Guru and Vaishnavam Cha Shri Rupam Sajajatam Sahagana Ragana Tanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Sabadutam Parijana Sahita Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakan Vitam Cha. Vanchakalpa Trubhyas Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Pristaya Budale Shrimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namane Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharane Nirvisesha Shunyavadi Paschata Desatarane. Namo Bhakti Siddhanta Namo Bhakti Vedanta Saraswati Iti Namane Varshavanavi Devi, Dayataya Kripabdaye, Krishna Sambandha Vigyana, Dayane Prabhave Namaha, Madhu Jojala Premaja, Shri Rupa Nuga Bhaktida, Shri Gora Karuna Shakti, Vigrahaya Namostate, Namaste Gauravani, Shri Murtaye Dinatarane, Rupa Nuga Viruda, Apasadanta Dvanta Harane, Namo Gorakishoraya, Satchat Vairagya Murtaye, Vipralamba Rasambode Padambujaya Te Namaha. Namo Bhakti Vinodaya Satchit Ananda Vigraha Nadir Shri Gora Karuna Shakti Rupanuga Varayate Gora Virbhave Bhume Stvam Nirdesta Sajjana Priya Vaishnava Sarvabhauma Jagannataya Te Namaha. Vanchakalpa Trubhyas Cha Kripa Sindhubhye Cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnave Bhyo Namaha. Namo Mahavranaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namani Gora Tushe Namaha. Hey Krishna, no. Panchatatmakam Krishnam Bhakta Rupa Sarupakam Bhaktavataram Bhaktakyam Namami Bhakti Shaktikam. Hey Krishna, Karuna Sindhu, Dina Bandhu Jagatpate, Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute. Jayatam Sudatom Vangor, Mama Mandar Materagati, Mat Sarvasya Padambojo, Shri Radha Madana Mohano. Divyad Kalpa Drumada, Shrimad Ratnagara, Singasana So, Shri Radha Shila Govinda Devo, Prestali Bhi Sevyamano Smarami. Shiman Rasa Rasaramba, Vamsi Vata Tatastataha, Karshan Venu Sunar Gopi, Gopinath Shiestunaha, Tapta Kanchana Gaurange, Radhe, Vrindavaneshwari, Vishabhanu Sute Devi, Pranamami Hari Priye. Hope to get blessings, because I'm in Vrindavan, so I should try to get the blessings of these three main deities of Vrindavan. We should always be trying for that. Then we can always be in Vrindavan. Shri Prasad Sa prasidatu Caitanya devo yasya prasadata tal Lila varnane yoga sadyak shad dharmo adharmo vyayam. I wish the grace of Lord Caitanya Mahāprabhu, by whose mercy even one who has fallen can describe the pastimes of the Lord. Purport. To describe Śrī Caitanya Mahāprabhu or Lord Shri Krishna, one needs supernatural power, which is the grace and mercy of the Lord. Without this mercy and grace, one cannot compose transcendental literature. By dint of the grace of the Lord, however, even one who is unfit for a literary career can describe wonderful transcendental topics. Description of Krishna is possible for one who is empowered. Krishna Shakti Vina Nahe Tara Pravartan 7:11. Unless endowed with the mercy of the Lord, one cannot preach of the Lord's name, fame, qualities, form, entourage, and so on. It should be concluded, therefore, that the writing of Caitanya Caritamrta by Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami manifests specific mercy bestowed upon the author. Although he thought of himself as the most fallen, we should not consider him fallen because he describes himself, we should not consider him fallen because he describes himself as such. Rather, anyone who is able to compose such transcendental literature is our esteemed master. Jaya Jaya Śrī Caitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Jaya Jaya Nityananda. All glories to Krishna Caitanya Mahāprabhu. All glories to Dvaita Chandra. All glories to Lord Nityananda. Jaya Jaya Gadadhar Jaya Srinivas. Jaya Mukunda Vasudeva Jaya Haridas. All glories to Gadadhar Prabhu, all glories to Srivas Prabhu, all glories to Nityananda Prabhu and Vasudeva Prabhu, all glories to Haridas Thakur. Jaya Damodara Swarup, Jaya Murari Gupta, E Sabha Chandrodaye Tama Kaila Lupta. All glories to Swarup Damodar and Murari Gupta. All these brilliant moons have together dissipated the darkness of the material world. Also, he got inspiration, he got knowledge of the childhood pastimes from Murari Gupta's diaries. And Swarup Damodar was with Lord Chaitanya, and that's how Raghunath Das knew everything. Jaya Jaya Chaitanya Chandra Bhakta Chandra Gana Sabara Prema Joitsnaya Ujjvala Tribhuvana. All glories to the moons who are devotees of the principal moon, Lord Caitanya Chandra. Their bright moonshine illuminates the entire universe. Purport. In this verse we find the moon described as Chandra Gana, which is plural in number. This indicates that there are many moons. In the Bhagavad Gita, the Lord says, Nakshatranam aham shasi. Among stars I am the moon. All the stars are like the moon. Western astrologers consider the stars to be suns, but Vedic astronomers following the Vedic scriptures consider them moons. The sun has the ability to shine powerfully, and the moons reflect the sunshine, and therefore look brilliant. In the Caitanya Caritamrta, Krishna is described to be like the sun. The Supreme Powerful is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, or Lord Caitanya Mahāprabhu, and his devotees are also bright and illuminating because they reflect the Supreme Sun. The Caitanya Caritamrta states, Krishna Surya Sama Maya Haya Andakar. Yahan Krishna Tahan Nahi Maya Adhikar. Krishna is bright like the sun. As soon as the sun appears, there is no question of darkness or nescience. Similarly, the present verse also describes it by the illumination of all the moons brightened by the reflection of Krishna's sun, or by the grace of all the devotees of Caitanya Mahaprabhu, the entire world will be illuminated, despite the darkness of Kali Yuga. Only the devotees of Lord Chaitanya can dissipate the darkness of Kali Yuga, the ignorance of the population of this age. No one else can do it. We therefore wish that all the devotees of the Krishna consciousness movement may reflect the Supreme Sun and thus dissipate the darkness. In other words, we hope everybody will preach. And the sages ask, now that Krishna is left, where will knowledge, where will we get light, where will we get knowledge? And the answer is that Purnarnako, the Lord, the Srimad Bhagavatam has arisen just like the sun to illuminate everyone. Very important. Eta Kalila Grantarambe Mukha Bandhan Ebe Kahi Chaitanya Lila Krama Anubandha. I have spoken the preface of Caitanya Caritamrta. Now I shall describe Caitanya Mahaprabhu's pastimes in chronological order. Pratame ta sutra rupe koriyaganan pachne taha vistari kariba vivaran. Let me first give a synopsis of the Lord's pastimes, then I shall describe them in detail. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Navadvipe Avatari Ata Chalisha Vatsara Prakata Vihari. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, adventing himself in Navadvip, was visible for 48 years, enjoying his pastimes. Choda Shata Sata Sake Janmera Praman Choda Shata Panchanane Ailu Antardan. In the year 1407 of the Shaka era, Lord Chaitanya, that's 1486 AD, Mahaprabhu appeared, and in the year 1455, he disappeared from the world. That's it. AD is 1534. Chabisha Vatsara Prabhu Kaila Grihavas Nirantara Kaila Krishna Kirtana Vilas. For 24 years, Lord Chaitanya lived in the Grihastha ashram, always engaging in the pastimes of the Hare Krishna movement. Chabisha Vatsara Shesha Koriya Sanyas Ara Chabisha Vatsar Kaila Nila Chalevas. Pastimes of the movement are Lord Chaitanya's. It's a continuation of Caitanya Lila. Sankirtan, Krishna Katha, Srimad Bhagavatam, Prasadam, deities. After 24 years, he accepted the renounced order of life, sannyas, and he resided for 24 years more at Jagannath Puri. Tara Madhye Chaya Vatsar, Gamanaga Mana, Kabu, Dakshina Kabu Goda, Kabu Vindavana. Of these last 24 years, he spent the first 6 continually touring India, sometimes in South India, sometimes in Bengal, and sometimes in Vrindavan. Ashtadasha Vatsara Rahila Nila Chale Krishna Preme Namamrite Basha La Sakale. For the remaining 18 years, he continuously stayed in Jagannath Puri, chanting the nectarine Hare Krishna Mahamantra. He inundated everyone there in a flood of love of Krishna. Garshtaye Prabhulila Adi Lila Kanya Madhya Anta Lila Shesha Lilara Dui Nama. His pastimes in household life are known as Adi Lila, or the original pastimes. His later pastimes are known as Madhya Lila and Ancha Lila, or the middle and final pastimes. Adi Lila Madhya Prabhu Yateka Charita Sutra Rupe Murari Gupta Korila Grahita. All the pastimes enacted by Lord Chaitanya in his Adi Lila were recorded in summary form by Murari Gupta. Prabhurye Shesha Lila Swarupa Damodar Sutre Kari Granthi Lena Grantha Rabitar. His later pastimes of Madhya Lila and Ancha Lila were recorded in the form of notes by his secretary Swarup Damodar Goswami, and he kept within a book. E Dui Janera Sutra Dekiya Suniya Varnana Karena Vaishnav Krama Ye Koriya. By seeing and hearing the notes recorded by these two great personalities, a Vaishnav, a devotee of the Lord, can know these pastimes one after another. Balya Poganda Kaishor Yovana Chari Beda Ataeva Adi Kande Lila Chari Beda. In his original pastimes, there are 4 divisions: Balya, Poganda, Kaishor, and Yovana: childhood, early boyhood, later boyhood, and youth. Sarva Sadguna Purnam Idam Vande Palguna Purnima Yasyam Śrī Krishna Caitanya Bhattirna Krishna Natibi Namavi. I offer my respectful obeisance on the full moon evening of the month of Palgun, an auspicious time full of auspicious symptoms, when Lord Caitanya Mahāprabhu advented himself with the chanting of the holy names Hare Krishna. Palguna Purnima Sanjaya Prabhura Janmodaya Sei Kale Daiva Yoge Chandra Grahan Haya. On the full moon evening of the month of Palguna, when the Lord took birth, coincidentally there was also a lunar eclipse. Of course, nothing is coincidental. It's all by Krishna's arrangement. Hari Hari Bali Loka Harshita Haya Janmila Chaitanya Prabhu Nama Janmaya. In jubilation, everyone was chanting the holy names of the Lord. Hari Hari. And Lord Śrī Caitanya Mahāprabhu then appeared, after first causing the appearance of the holy name. He was, we heard, in the womb 14 months, because he was waiting for this day. Janma Balya Poganda Kaishora Yuva Kale Hari Nama Lao Yaila Prabhu Nana Chale. After his birth, in his childhood, and in his early and later boyhood, as well as in his youth, Lord Caitanya Mahāprabhu, under different pleas, induced people to chant the holy name of Hari, the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Prabhupada always says that Hare Krishna Mahamantra is in parentheses, because that's what it was. Balya Bhava Chale Prabhu Korena Krandan Krishna Hari Nama Shuni Ro Haye Rodan. In his childhood, when the Lord was crying, he would stop immediately upon hearing the holy names of Krishna and Hari. Ataeva Hari Hari Bale Narigana Dekite Aise Yeba Sarva Bandhu Jana. All the friendly ladies who came to see the child would chant the holy names Hari Hari as soon as the child would cry. Gora Hari, Bali Tare, Hase Sarva Nari, Ataeva Haila Tanra, Nama Gora Hari. All the ladies saw this fun They enjoyed laughing and called him Gaurahari. From then on, Gaurahari became another one of his names. Balya Vayasa Yavat Hate Kari Dila Gopoganda Vyasa Vayasa Yavat Vivaha Na Kaila. His childhood lasted until the date of the Hati Kari, the beginning of his education, and his age from the end of his childhood until he married is called Poganda. Vivaha Korile Yaila Navina Yovana Sarvatra Lao Yaila Prabhu Nama Sankirtana. After his marriage, his youth began, and in his youth he induced everyone to chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra anywhere and everywhere. That's Sankirtan. Means everybody chanting. That's why we want to chant in such a way that people can join in. Boganda Vayase Padena Padana Shishyagane Sarvatra Karena Krishna Namiravakyane. During his Poganda age, he became a serious student and also taught disciples. In this way, he used to explain the holy name of Krishna everywhere. Sutra Vritti Panji Tika Krishnete Tatpurya Shishyara Pratitehaya Prabhava Ascharya. While teaching a course in grammar, Vyakarana, and explaining it with the notes, Caitanya Mahaprabhu taught his disciples about the glories of Lord Krishna. All explanations culminated in Krishna, and his disciples would understand them very easily. Thus, his influence was wonderful. Purporta. Jiva Goswami compiled a grammar in two parts, named Lagu Hari Namamrita Vyakarana and Brihat Dari Namamrita Vyakarana. Someone studies these two texts in Vyakarana, or grammar, he learns the grammatical rules of the Sanskrit language and simultaneously learns how to become a great devotee of Krishna. In the Chaitanya Bhagavat Madhyakanda, first chapter, there is a statement about the method by which Lord Caitanya Mahaprabhu taught grammar. Lord Caitanya Mahaprabhu explained the aphorisms of grammar to be eternal, like the holy name of Krishna. As stated in the Bhagavad Gita 15:15, Vedaisya sarvaya rahameva vedyat. The purport of all revealed scriptures is understanding of Krishna. Therefore, if a person explains anything that is not Krishna, he simply wastes his time laboring hard without fulfilling the aim of his life. If one simply becomes a teacher, a professor of education, but does not understand Krishna, that he is among the lowest of mankind. It is to be understood that he is the lowest among mankind. As stated in Bhagavad Gita 7:15, Naradama Mayaya Pritagyana. If one does not know the essence of all revealed scriptures, but still becomes a teacher, his teaching is like the disturbing braying of an ass. And there's lots of those. Mayavadis become very, very popular. We just make jokes about God. Yada deke tada kahe Krishna nam, Krishna name Vasaila Navadvipa Gram. When Lord Caitanya Mahaprabhu was a student, he asked whomever he met to chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. In this way, he inundated the whole town of Navadvip with the chanting of Hare Krishna. The present Navadvip purport, Dham, is but a part of the whole of Navadvip. Navadvip means 9 islands. These 9 islands, which occupy an area of land estimated at 32 square miles, are surrounded by different branches of the Ganges. In all 9 of these islands of the Navadvip area, there are different places for cultivating devotional service. It is stated in the Srimad Bhagavatam 7.5.23 that there are Nava Vida Bhakti, 9 different activities of devotional service. Shavanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu, Smaranam, Padasevanam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Sakyam Nivedan, Atma Nivedanam. There are different islands in Navadvip, and for cultivation of these different 9 varieties of devotional service. They are as follows: Antardvip, Sumantadvip, Godrumadvip, Madhyadvip, Koladvip, Ritrudvip, Janavadvip, Janudvip, Modramdvip, and Rudradvip. According to the settlement map, our ISKCON Navadvip Center is settled on the Rudradvip island. Below Rudradvip is Antardvip, is Mayapur. There, Chaitanya Jagannath Mishra, the father of Caitanya Mahāprabhu, used to reside in all these different islands. I can't remember all of it. Antardvip is Shabanam. That's going backwards. Rudradvip in Antardvip is Mayapur. There, Jagannath Mishra, the father, used to reside in these different islands. Lord Chaitanya Mahāprabhu, as a young man, used to lead his Sankirtan party. He thus inundated the entire area with the waves of love of God, Krishna. Kishora Vayase Aram Bila Sankirtan Ratra Dine Prema Mritya Sange Bhaktagan. Just prior to his useful life, he began his Sankirtan movement. Day and night he used to dance in ecstasy with his devotees. Nagare, Nagare, Brahme, Kirtana, Kariya, Vasaila, Tribhuvana, Prema, Bhakti, Diya. The Sankirtan movement went on from one part of the town to another as the Lord wandered everywhere performing kirtan. In this way, he inundated the whole world by distributing love of Godhead. One may raise a question, how all the 3 worlds became inundated with love of Krishna, since Caitanya Mahāprabhu performed kirtan only in the Navadvip area. The answer is that Lord Krishna Chaitanya is Krishna himself. The entire cosmic manifestation results from the Lord's first setting it in motion. Similarly, since the Sankirtan movement is the first act of motion 500 years ago, the Sankirtan movement was first set in motion 500 years ago by Śrī Caitanya Mahāprabhu's desire that it spread all over the universe. The Krishna conscious movement is continually in continuity of that same motion is now spreading all over the world, and this way it will gradually spread all over the universe. When the spread of Krishna consciousness movement, everyone will merge in the ocean of love of Krishna. Tabisha Vatsara Aiche Navadvipa Grame Lao Yaila Sarva Loke Krishna Prema Name. Lord Chaitanya Mahāprabhu lived in Navadvip area for 24 years, and he induced every person to chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra and thus merge in love of Godhead. Chabisha Vatsara Chila Koriya Sanyas Bhakta Gana Laya Kaila Nila Chalavas. In the remaining 24 years, he, after accepting the renounced order of his life, stayed in Jagannath Puri with his devotees. Tada Madhye Nila Chale Chaya Vatsara Nitya Gita Prema Bhakti Dana Nirantara. For 6 of these 24 years in Nilachala, he distributed love of Godhead by always chanting and dancing. Setu Banda Ara Goda Vyapi Vrindavana Prema Nama Prachariya Kodila Brahmana. Beginning with Cape Comorin and extending through Bengal to Vrindavan, during these 6 years he traveled all over India, chanting, dancing, and distributing love of God, love of Krishna. E Majya Lila Nama Lila Majya Dhamma Shesha Ashta Dasa Varsha Ashta Lila Nama. The activities of Lord Chaitanya in his travels after he accepted sannyas are his principal pastimes. His activities during the remaining 18 years are called the Ancha Lila in the final portion of his pastimes. Tara Madhye Chaya Vatsara Bhakta Gana Sanghe. For 6 of those 18 years, he continually stayed in Puri. He regularly performed kirtan, inducing all the devotees to love Krishna simply by chanting and dancing. Dwadasha Vatsara Shesha Rahila Nila Chale Prema Vasta Shikaila Ashvadana Chale. Notice it always says chanting and dancing many times. For the remaining 12 years, he stayed in Jagannath Puri, taught everyone how to taste the transcendental mellow ecstasy of love of Krishna by tasting it himself. Purport. A person who is advanced in Krishna consciousness always feels separation from Krishna because such a feeling of separation excels the feeling of meeting Krishna. Śrī Caitanya Mahāprabhu in his last 12 years of existence within the world at Jagannath Puri taught the people of the world how, with a feeling of separation, one can develop his dormant love of Krishna. Such feelings of separation or meeting with Krishna are different stages of love of Godhead. These feelings develop in time when a person seriously engages in devotional service. The highest stage is called Prema Bhakti, but this stage is attained by executing Sadhana Bhakti. One should not try to elevate himself artificially to the stage of Prema Bhakti without seriously following the regulative principles of Sadhana Bhakti. Prema Bhakti is a stage of relishing, whereas Sadhana Bhakti is a stage of improving in devotional service. Śrī Caitanya Mahāprabhu taught this cult of devotional service in full detail by practical application in his own life. It is said, therefore, Apani Achari Bhakti Shikaimu Sabar. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Sabare. Śrī Caitanya Mahaprabhu is Krishna himself, and in the role of Krishna Bhakta, a devotee of Krishna, he instructed the entire world how one can execute devotional service and thus go back home, back to Godhead in due course of time. And when someone gets Prema Bhakti, they continue the same activities, but it's no longer sadhana, it's not practice. It's just completely, they're chanting, following everything, but their consciousness is different. But those who have Prema Bhakti, like Narottam Das Thakur, Bhakti Vinod Thakur, are so humble, always consider themselves fallen. Ratri Divase Krishna Viraha Spurana unmadera chesta kare pralapa vachana. Day and night, Lord Caitanya Mahaprabhu felt separation from Krishna. Manifesting some symptoms of his separation, he cried and talked very inconsistently like a madman. Shiradara pralapa yaiche udavadarshane se mata unmada pralapa kare ratri dine. As Srimati Radharani talked inconsistently when she met Uddhava, so also Lord Caitanya Mahaprabhu relished both day and night such ecstatic talk in the mood of Srimati Radharani. In this connection, one should refer to Srimati Radharani's soliloquy after meeting Uddhava in Vrindavan. Śrī Caitanya Mahaprabhu presented a similar picture of such ecstatic imaginary talking, full of jealousy and madness, symptomizing neglect by Krishna. Srimati Radharani, criticizing a bumblebee, talked just like a mad woman. Śrī Caitanya Mahaprabhu in his last days and his pastimes exhibited all the symptoms of such ecstasy. In this connection, one should refer to the 4th chapter of the Adi Lila, verses 107 and 108. Vidyapati Jayadeva Chandi Dasa Gita Chandi Dasara Gita Ashvadena Ramananda Swarupa Sahita. The Lord used to read the books of Vidyapati, Jayadeva, and Chandidas, relishing their songs with his confidential associates, like Sri Ramananda Roy and Srup Damodar Goswami. Purport: Vidyapati was a famous composer of songs about the pastimes of Radha and Krishna. He was an inhabitant of Mithila, born in a Brahmin family. It is calculated that he composed his songs during the reign of King Shiva Singha and Queen Lakshmi Mahadevi. In the beginning of the 14th century of Shaka area, almost 100 years before the appearance of Lord Caitanya Mahaprabhu, the 12th generation of Vidyapati's descendants is still living. Vidyapati's songs about the pastimes of Lord Krishna express intense feelings of separation from Krishna, and Caitanya Mahaprabhu relished all these songs in his ecstasy of separation. Ramananda Roy would recite slokas, suitable for the Lord's mood, and Srup Damodar would sing these songs. Jayadev was born during the reign of Maharaj Lakshman Sen of Bengal in the 11th or 12th century of the Shaka area. His father was Bhojadev and his mother was Vamadevi. For many years he lived in Navadvip, then the capital of Bengal. His birthplace was in the Birbhum district in the village of Kaindu Bilva. In the opinion of some authorities, however, he was born in Orissa, and still others say that he was born in southern India. He passed the last days of his life in Jagannath Puri. One of the famous books is Gita Govinda, which is full of transcendental mellow feelings of separation from Krishna. The gopis felt separation from Krishna before the rasa dance, as mentioned in Srimad Bhagavatam, and the Gita Govinda expresses such feelings. There are many commentaries on the Gita Govinda by many Vaishnavas. Chandidas was born in the village of Nanura, which is also in Birbhum district of Bengal. He was born of a Brahmin family, and it is said that he also took birth in the beginning of the 14th century Shakabda area. It has been suggested that Chandidas and Vidyapati were great friends because the writings of both express the transcendental feelings of separation profusely. The feelings of ecstasy described by Chandidas and Vidyapati were actually exhibited by Śrī Caitanya Mahāprabhu. He relished all these feelings in the role of Srimati Radharani, and his appropriate associates For this purpose were Sri Ramananda Roy and Sri Swarup Damodar Goswami. These intimate associates of Lord Caitanya Mahaprabhu helped the Lord very much in the past times. In which she felt like Radharani. Sri Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur comments in his connection that such feelings of separation from Lord, as Lord Chaitanya enjoyed from the books of Vidyapati, Chandidas, and Jayadev, are especially reserved for persons like Sri Ramananda Roy and Swarup Damodar, who were Paramahansa men of the topmost perfection. Because of their advanced spiritual consciousness, such topics are not to be discussed by ordinary persons imitating the activities of Lord Caitanya Mahaprabhu. For critical students of mundane poetry and literary men without God consciousness, who are after bodily sense gratification, there is no need to read such high standard of transcendental literature. Persons who seek after sense gratification should not try to imitate the Raga Nuga devotional service. The songs of Chandidas, Vidyapati, and Jayadev describe the transcendental activities of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Mundane reviewers of these songs simply help people in general become debauchees. And this leads only to social scandals and atheism in the world. One should not misunderstand the pastimes of Radha and Krishna to be activities of mundane young boy and girl. The mundane sexual activities of young boys and girls are most abominable. Therefore, those who are in bodily consciousness and who desire sense gratification are forbidden to indulge in discussions of the transcendental pastimes of Shri Radha and Krishna. Prabhupada was at one man's house and he kept insisting that Prabhupada talk about Radha and Krishna, and he refused. And then this man said, "No, I'm highly qualified. I'm a very great devotee, and it's all right." Prabhupada said, "That may be, but I'm not qualified." And just about Chandidas, I just heard the story. First he was a devotee of Durga Mata. He was a Shakta. And he had a beautiful garden. His brother was worshipping Krishna, but he wouldn't let the brother come in the garden and take flowers for Krishna. But somehow the brother sneaked in and offered the entire garden to Krishna. So the next day he offered the flowers to Durga, and she came in a dream and she was telling him, "Those flowers are so great, it's so wonderful." And he couldn't understand, why she never did that before. But then he learned that the brother had offered the entire garden to Krishna. So she got Krishna Prasad is what she wants. So after that he started worshipping Krishna. Śrīmad Charitamrta, Caitanya Caritamrta ki jai, Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. Wow. I guess you like Caitanya Caritamrta, so you can share.